Hi everyone, welcome to All Inspired. Today we are getting it all done in this video. I'm tackling the spare bedroom, just sprucing it up a bit, as well as getting outside, making sure I get that area nice and cleaned up and refreshed for the upcoming months. We have a bunch of fun stuff planned for this summer, and I know it's gonna be crazy, so I wanted to get all of the items tackled off my list that have just been driving me crazy. In this room, we have tiny little nightstands, and I had these and I was gonna put them up in my bedroom, but I decided to put them up here, which turned out fantastic. You'll see that in just a few minutes. But I come outside and I take care of the spray painting. I have these drawers and I just do not love the blue, so we're gonna get all that taken care of real quick. Check out those lights. I think that's definitely a glow up for this room. The nightstands turned out so good. See how small they are? There's not a lot of room for styling. And so I love the fact that we put the lights up on the wall. They fit this area so much better. It's just a small spare bedroom. And so to have these features along this wall just makes it look great. There's a remote. You can use them. There's a remote for each of them, or you can use one remote for both. But I just think this warm glow is my favorite. You can have whatever you want. You can set a timer on them. I just think they're great. I will leave them linked below. A very affordable option, but adds such a huge impact. Now that I've taken care of that, I am going to move outside and start getting some stuff down out here. I need to give this little table a refresh. I love this. I picked this up from a yard sale. There was a centipede, I think. I don't like spiders. I don't like centipedes. I try not to kill them, but I don't want them by me unless they're in my house. I'm not having them in my house. But if we're outside, I just kind of try to fling it away from me as gracefully as possible, and that's what it ends up looking like. So I went ahead and gave that a coat, and as I was doing that, my husband was up on the deck and he's putting together this great fire pit table. I am in love with this. It was pretty easy for him to put together. You just pull out the main part and then add the walls and then you flip it over. And so it was so easy. My favorite part about this fire pit is that the propane tank is stored underneath it. Our old one did not have that, and the propane tank had to be off to the side, and it did have a cover for it, but unfortunately the metal on there would rust a little bit, and then that would get on our deck, and it was just very irritating. And so I am so happy. Look at how beautiful this turned out. I think it is so stunning. I love the way it looks out here. And I should have got another shot, which I'll show you guys in a little bit, but the glass piece comes off. You can completely use this as just a regular table. There's also another little metal piece that you can pull out that shows where the fire and the glass and all that is. And it's just so beautiful. This glass piece on top's removable. I'll show you guys in just a little bit, but I wanted to go ahead and bust out the power wash. I'm not moving the furniture or anything. I'm just doing a refresh up here. I already have a video where I did a really deep cleanup here before we set up all the furniture. Unfortunately, there's just a mess. Like, it just happens. It's repetitive. There's not a lot of pollen, but we have a mulberry tree, and the branches have come quite close to the deck. And so that is causing just purple specks over here. So that's what I'm taking care of right now. Just getting all that mulberries fresh and cleaned off of there. That's going to attract ants. It's going to stain. It's very, very bright. And we also had a Spidey fight. That was actually Easter, like months ago, and I continuously forgot to clean it off. And unfortunately, it baked onto the siding. It's just silly string. However, it ended up being all over the place, and it really took some extreme effort to get it off, and in some places it did not come off. So lesson learned, never again will we not get the hose out immediately if we have a Spidey fight. It was a little toy. It was supposed to look like Spider-Man. It was my nephew and my husband. It was on Easter. We got him that as like a little fun gift, and they just went to town on the back deck. He was chasing him around and he was trying to spray him, and it was so much fun, but it caused a huge mess. So if you have any ideas on what you can use to get baked on silly string off your siding, please let me know. I'm gonna try alcohol, and then I think we have some Goo Gone. I may try that too. But yeah, there's just in a few spots, most of it came off, except for on the wood. I'm gonna have to sand that, which is fine. That's not a big deal. We still have some painting we need to do up here anyways, but as far as the siding, it's yellow and we have white siding and it's very noticeable. And so any tips that you guys have to help me get that all cleaned up, please let me know, because I would love some helpful advice on that. But I'm just gonna go to town, get all this nice and cleaned up, and just get the silly string off the house and just give it a little refresh and get some sunshine while I'm at it.
There is only one of you, only one of me. There's a million of those who won't let us be. But they're not gonna see me bleed. Cause baby, I got you. I've been beaten to the ground, dragged across the dirt. I've been scared to live cause some people never learn. But they're not gonna watch me burn. Cause baby, I got you. Here's to new beginnings and a better life. Here's to dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try, but they can never take me down. Ooh, cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always bring all the lonely, but with you here, nothing can scare me. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I will tell them what I'm feeling forevermore. I don't care about the feelings, not anymore. So let's show them that love is pure, no matter who it's for. Here's to new beginnings and a better life. Here's to dancing underneath the disco lights. They can try, but they can never take me down. Cause I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid to love, not afraid to love you. They always.
What are some of your summer plans this year? We just pretty much plan to party like a rock star. Just kidding, but we do have some fun things coming up. We have some vacations planned, and our kids are always busy. They get to go to camp every single year, which is so much fun for them. They've been going for several years in a row, and they've made friends there, and they set it up where they go with their friends every year. And so it's just so much fun for them to be able to go and enjoy that. We also have a blended family, so they get to have a lot of fun, and they get quite a bit of vacations. They get to go with their mom, they get to go with us, so it's going to be fun. My husband's parents also live at the Lake of the Ozarks, so we're going to go and be visiting them as well. So we just have a ton of fun things planned for the summer. I'm actually trying to set it up because when you break it down, I think for our kids, there's 11 or 12 weeks of summer. And then when you're a blended family, you cut that in half. So, you share time, and we in the past haven't been as strategic. And then before we know it, it's like the whole summer went by and we went to one fun place. So I set it up to where every Saturday, twice a month, we will go and do something fun every Saturday that we have the kids. And it'll just be like something near us. Like we have a friend that has a great, amazing place that he set up with his lake and a waterfall. And it's so much fun to go out there. We sincerely enjoy that. And then just little things around here. We're not too far from Missouri and they have a really cool place. I mean, this is like a whole day trip, if not even spend the night type of thing, because it's not like an hour away. It's more like 3 hours away. But you could do that in a day trip. And it's called Johnson Shut-ins. And it is so cool. It was, it's old lava rock and water flows through it. And so you can go and just swim. And it's a state park. It's completely free. And you just go and swim in between the lava rocks. And they are like really, really deep red. And when they get wet, they look black, but when they get wet, you can see that they're red. And it's just such a really beautiful place, actually quite dangerous and quite scary. When I was a kid, you used to be able to jump off the cliff, like way high up. And they had little things like telling you this is as far as you could go. And they would have like beginner, more advanced, and then the most advanced. And so it would like warn you, if you're not advanced with jumping, don't jump from this level. They completely got rid of all of that. It is way down. You can't go past that first level anymore. You can get up on some of the rocks and jump in, but you cannot go past that first level. But it is such a cool place. Google it. It is so neat. They also have one called Elephant Rock. Same thing. I think those are lava rocks. I'm not sure. I've never been there. But they're just massive rocks, no water. I enjoy the water area. It just, you can cool off. But you have to be sincerely safe. We don't jump from we jump from like the little tiny rocks that are like a foot out of the water, because some of those, there's not really like a lake. It's not like there's big vast areas of open water. You're jumping into like a small hole with water around it. Just Google it. You'll see what I'm saying. I should put it up on my Instagram too, so that you guys can check it out, because I have videos of when we went there last year and it's just so super cool. Definitely a fun trip to take if you're ever out in the Missouri area. But yes, I went ahead and moved down into this area below the deck. I don't think I've shown you guys this area that much. This is where our hot tub sits. There's not really much I can do with this area down here. We want to eventually, our AC units, you're going to see that in a few minutes when I clean those out. That is where our AC units are on the stamp patio, and we don't want them to be on the stamp patio. We actually want to move them to the side of the house and just put like a nice bush or maybe a fence or something to where it kind of blocks off the AC units and you don't really see them. But right now they're on our patio, which is making the only area for us to put the hot tub is right smack dab in the middle of the patio. So it's fine. This is where it is for right now. But a future project, we would love to move the AC units over to the side of the house and then move the hot tub where the AC units are. It fits perfectly. And then we could set up a little seating area down here. Right now, I just kind of put this table and chair over here. This used to be on our front porch, and we have other furniture on our front porch now. And so when you come down and you want to get in the hot tub, you can put your towel over here, put anything that you need, just kind of set it down over here. You can slide off your shoes, whatever you need. It also faces the area where the sun sets, and so if anybody wants to come down here and just get some shade, it's quite sunny up top, so just come down here, get some shade, relax, enjoy themselves, watch the sunset. You easily could. And I love the fact that I love having a little seating area down here. So even though we can't move the hot tub just yet, right now I've made it work. It's not in the walkway. Everybody can still get through, and so I just love having this little space. But it is filthy down here. Anytime it rains or anything, it just builds up the dirt, the grime, all of it. And so I just wanted to get this super, super cleaned down so that when we are getting in and out of our hot tub, we are not tracking any of this with us getting in and out. I always wear shoes, but the kids do not. And so keeping this area super cleaned, whether I'm power washing it or just blowing it off with a blower, I like to keep it super clean because it definitely helps our hot tub stay clean and the inside of our house. There's been so much pollen where we are at. It is insane. It's hard to see right now at the angle that I'm at, but there is so much pollen and dirt and grime just falling off the siding onto the ground. It is super filthy. I am very glad that I gotten this taken care of because it feels so good when you have something that is just an absolute disaster. And it just took me maybe 2 hours to get all of this done and just get it sincerely deep cleaned. And now every time I walk out here, I'm like, dang, this looks so good. It's just one of those, it's a little dopamine hit that you get every time you walk into a space that you have been needing to take care of and you just haven't tackled it and you finally got to it. It feels good.
Why are you changing your mind? Na na na, we ain't got the time.
Story time. One year, it was the hottest day of the summer. We were living in our old house and the air conditioner just completely stopped. We heard it kick off. We were like, what in the world? That was weird. And so we checked everything, couldn't get it to kick back on. My husband called his friend. I was like, he works on air conditioning. He's like, I can come out tomorrow and take a look at it. And so I was like, no worries. I've been in this place before. We had a little window AC unit. We put that in the window. We put up some curtains. We blocked off where we just had the front of the house being cooled and left the back of the house the way that it was so that we could actually sleep. The next morning we woke up and our cat was on the back of the couch right next to the AC unit with the wind just flapping in her hair. It was hilarious. We have a very long-haired cat, and so she gets hot really easily, and I guess that window unit was not enough for her. It was kind of warm. It only can do so much. The window unit is made for our sunroom, not to heat or not to cool the whole half of the house. So it was comfortable, but it wasn't what we were used to. So the guy came out the next day, and all it was is we needed to hose out our AC unit. That's it. Every single season at the beginning of the season, you're supposed to hose out your AC unit. I had no idea. That is the first time I've ever heard of it. I've owned a house before. This wasn't the first time my husband had owned a house, and never had we ever been told that you're supposed to do this, but it does make sense. Your air conditioning unit does pull air from the outside, cools it, and then brings it into your house. And so if you don't clean the dirt, the debris, the gunk from it sitting there all winter long, it just builds up on the sides. And so you have to actually hose off not just the sides of your AC unit, but the inside of the AC unit too. You want to completely hose those down at the beginning of every single season. I also like to, when I'm coming out here with my blower, I just blow off the patio. I blow off the units too, because you'll see like dust, debris, pollen, stuff will build up on them. And I promise you, your air conditioning unit will work more efficiently if you keep it clean. It's one of those things you would never even think about it. I've been in the cleaning industry forever, never even thought hose off the dirt and debris from your AC unit because you haven't used it all winter long. But pro tip, go ahead and make sure you do it, because you might just be like us and it's the hottest day of the year and you didn't know, but you could have just went outside and fixed your AC unit and you had to suffer all night long. So if you didn't know, now you know. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. We got a bunch tackled. Plus, I'm exhausted. Power washing takes it out of you. I'm going to sleep good tonight. So I am going to go hop in that shower and get in my hot tub and relax and enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you some inspiration to get all your things done.